Welcome back to Book Bite Insights, where we unlock the wisdom of best-selling book in 10 key points, quick, insightful, and bite-sized for your busy mind. Meditations is a collection of personal reflections by Marcus Aurelius, the Roman Emperor from 161 to 180 AD, offering timeless wisdom on resilience, self-discipline, and inner peace. Written as a private journal during times of war and crisis, he never intended for it to be published, yet it remains one of history's most influential works of philosophy. Despite ruling the vast Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius practiced humility and self-reflection, constantly reminding himself to act with reason, avoid ego, and embrace hardships with courage. His Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and live with purpose, principles that continue to inspire generations seeking wisdom and strength in adversity. Key point 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Most things in life are beyond our control. We can't dictate the actions of others, the economy, the weather, or even how long we will live. But we can control our thoughts, reactions, and how we choose to face challenges. Imagine you're at work, and a colleague takes credit for your idea. You can't undo their actions, but you can decide whether to react with anger or professionalism. By focusing on what you can change, your work ethic, your communication, and your response, you empower yourself instead of wasting energy on resentment. This philosophy is the backbone of Stoicism and even influences modern therapy, like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps people change negative thought patterns by shifting their focus to what they can control. When faced with stress, ask yourself, is this within my power? If not, let it go and move forward. Key point 2. Your mind is your greatest power. Nothing is inherently good or bad. It is only our perception that makes it so. If you fail at something, you might see it as the end of the world, while someone else might see it as a valuable learning experience. The event itself is neutral, it's how we interpret it that determines its impact. Say you lose a promotion to someone else. You can see this as proof that you're not good enough, or you can see it as motivation to improve your skills and explore even better opportunities. Marcus reminds us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The way you frame life's events defines your experience. If you can train your mind to reframe difficulties as opportunities, nothing can truly defeat you. Key point 3. Death is inevitable, so live fully. One of the most famous Stoic ideas is memento mori, remember you will die. Death is inevitable and can come at any time. Instead of fearing it, Marcus Aurelius uses this reality as motivation to live with urgency and purpose. We often delay our dreams thinking, I'll be happy when I retire, or I'll take that trip next year. But what if next year never comes? Imagine someone spending years working a job they hate, waiting for the perfect time to follow their passion, only for life to take an unexpected turn. Marcus Aurelius urges us to embrace the present. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? Instead of fearing death, let it inspire you to act, to love, to create, and to leave the world better than you found it. Key point 4. Do good without seeking praise. True character is defined by doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius compares this to a bee making honey. It doesn't need applause or validation. It just does what it was meant to do. In today's world, where social media often turns good deeds into performances, this lesson is more relevant than ever. Think of a leader who genuinely supports their team versus one who only helps when cameras are rolling. The first earns deep respect, while the second is simply seeking approval. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that virtue is its own reward. Do good because it's who you are, not because you expect something in return. Key point 5. Hardships build strength. Marcus Aurelius believed that obstacles are not barriers, they are the way forward. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow stronger. He writes, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that rather than avoiding difficulties, we should embrace them as training for the mind and spirit. Think of an athlete. They don't get stronger by avoiding tough workouts. They improve by pushing through discomfort. The same applies to life. If you lose a job, go through a breakup, or face rejection, you can either crumble or see it as an opportunity to rebuild yourself into something greater. Ask yourself, how can this challenge make me better? Every difficulty is a lesson in disguise. Key point 6. Anger is a waste of energy. Anger is not only useless, it's self-destructive. Marcus Aurelius compared losing control of your temper to allowing yourself to be ruled by another person's actions. If someone insults you and you explode in rage, they now control you. Why give them that power? Imagine getting cut off in traffic. You can yell, honk, and let it ruin your day, but does that change anything? The other driver doesn't suffer. Only you do. Instead, pause, breathe, and remind yourself that anger rarely leads to positive outcomes. True strength lies in remaining calm in the face of provocation. Instead of reacting impulsively, ask, will this matter in a week, in a month, in a year? If not, let it go. Key point 7. Material wealth is temporary. As emperor, Marcus Aurelius had access to unimaginable luxury, yet he often slept on a hard bed and wore simple clothes to remind himself that material wealth is fleeting. He knew that true happiness comes from within, not from riches, titles, or possessions. Modern society bombards us with messages that happiness lies in bigger houses, fancier cars, or designer clothes. But think of people who have everything yet still feel empty, while others with far less live, joyful lives. Marcus teaches us to find wealth in wisdom, character, and virtue, things that can never be taken away. Key point 8. Live in the present. We often spend so much time worrying about the future that we forget to live in the present. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you must, with the same reason you use today. Think about how much mental energy we waste on problems that never actually happen. How often have you stressed about something, only to realize later it wasn't worth the worry? Instead of being consumed by what-ifs, focus on the only moment that truly exists, right now. Key point 9. Don't take it personally. Some people will be rude, selfish, or dishonest. That's reality. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us that we don't have to let others' behavior dictate our emotions. Imagine a coworker who constantly complains or spreads negativity. You can absorb their energy and let it bring you down, or you can recognize that their behavior is their issue, not yours. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we can't control others. We can only control ourselves. Instead of reacting emotionally, stay true to your own values and refuse to be dragged down. Key point 10. Appreciate the moment. Nothing lasts forever. Success fades, failures pass, people come and go. Appreciate things while they last, instead of clinging to them. Think of watching a sunset. You don't try to hold on to it. You simply enjoy its beauty in the moment. Life works the same way. Instead of obsessing over keeping things the way they are, learn to flow with change and embrace life as it unfolds. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. If these ideas resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insights that challenge and inspire. If you want to dive deeper into Stoicism and mastering your mindset, I highly recommend The Enchiridion by Epictetus, a powerful guide to self-mastery, and Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, filled with wisdom on resilience and living with purpose.